What if your life isn't stuck, you're just running an old program? What if your fear, your limitations, your self-doubt aren't the truth of who you are, but the residue of conditioning? The subconscious isn't your enemy. It isn't broken. It's a garden, planted long ago by caregivers, culture, past lives, and patterns you didn't consciously choose. But here's the truth. You are not bound by what you inherited. You are not here to manage symptoms. You are here to rewrite the signal, not just to manifest new things, but to become the space where new things are welcome. Reprogramming the subconscious isn't a hack or shortcut. It's a return to wholeness, a remembering, a conscious act of love. And in this video, we begin. The subconscious is the part of your mind that never sleeps. It doesn't think. It remembers. It doesn't question. It responds. It formed before you even had language. It absorbed everything: tone of voice, emotional atmosphere, what was safe, what was dangerous, what was allowed. And it didn't ask, "Is this true?" It simply stored it as law. By age 7, your subconscious blueprint was already in place. And from that moment forward, you weren't just creating life. You were repeating it. Over and over, the same dynamics, the same self-talk, the same emotions, and not because you're broken, but because your system is loyal to the signal it was given. This is why the subconscious rules over 90% of your behavior. It determines how much love you can receive, how safe you feel being seen, how worthy you believe you are. It's not logic that creates your life. It's the vibration of belief that lives below awareness. The subconscious emits your dominant frequency, not what you say you believe, but what your nervous system knows to be true based on the past. So if you want to create new outcomes, you don't argue with the subconscious. You retrain it, you replant it, you feed it new truths in the only language it understands. Safety, repetition, emotion, and image. And the good news? You're not locked out. There's a door, and we're going to open it. You don't reprogram the subconscious by force. You do it by entering the same doorway it came through. Repetition, feeling, and image. The subconscious learns like a child, not through logic, but through experience. That's why state matters. When you're relaxed, your brain shifts into alpha and theta waves, the same frequencies dominant in childhood. That's where the gate opens. So if you want to shift the signal, you don't just say affirmations with tension. You drop into stillness. You breathe. You feel them as true, not just in words, but in the body, in the field. And that's where the real work begins. Visualization, not fantasy, but emotional rehearsal. See it, feel it, be in it. Inner child work. Speak safety and love to the part of you that learned fear. Repetitive reprogramming, simple affirmations spoken in the right state again and again. Somatic work. Move the memory out of the body, not just the mind. Dream planting. Use imagery and feeling before sleep. The subconscious will record it. But above all, you create safety. The subconscious doesn't shift when it feels judged. It shifts when it feels safe to believe something new. That's what healing really is. Not forcing change, but creating an inner environment where change can land. If this resonates, click like and subscribe, not just to follow, but to stay anchored in this frequency of self-reclamation. When the subconscious feels safe, the signal changes. And when the signal changes, reality follows. So pause, not to escape the world, but to enter your own. Breathe into the space behind the thoughts. Feel the quiet hum underneath your story. This is where your signal lives, and this is where it begins to shift. You are not broken. You are not behind. You're just carrying an old vibration that no longer matches who you're becoming. And the moment you meet that vibration with compassion instead of control, it begins to dissolve. You don't have to know the whole path. You just have to become the soil where new belief can grow. Because you are not a product of your past. You are a portal for your future. So give yourself grace. Give your subconscious new words, new images, new safety. Speak truth into the silence until the silence begins to sing it back. This is how the signal changes. This is how new realities are born. Not by force, but by frequency.